Here we are at the DeGolyer Estate, centered in the heart of the lush landscape at the Dallas Arboretum and Botanical Gardens in Dallas, Texas. This 21,000 square foot, 13-room house was built in 1939 in the Latin Colonial Revival style. Notice the white stone and stucco facade, red tile roof, and series of arches sprawling across, which are signature architectural features. It was the home of Mr. and Mrs. Everett DeGolyer, prominent figures in Dallas. Mr. DeGolyer was an oil company executive, geophysicist, and philanthropist, while Mrs. DeGolyer involved herself in civic and charity work and raised her children. Denman Scott and Burton Shute, brothers from California, were commissioned to build and design the house, along with Mrs. DeGolyer's decorative touch. Without further ado, let's step inside. Walking into this beautifully vaulted foyer with octagonal tile flooring, you see a silver lantern hanging, a 17th century piece from a Spanish church. Here the dining room features wood-paneled walls, period furniture, and stained glass windows, which bring in soft, diffused light. I think the colored glass windows here make the space feel so spiritual. The interior architectural elements, like this colonial revival pilaster and pediment, and this sculptural shell ceiling under which this original casegoods piece sits. Just look at the piece's woodwork and beautiful grain and finish. Now we come into the living room, with this immaculately coffered ceiling. It truly feels heavenly walking underneath it. This has to be one of my favorite things about the house. Look at the craftsmanship. It's simply magnificent. The DeGolyers were world travelers, and this is indicated in pieces like this wall tapestry hanging above the fireplace in the living room. Next, we enter one of the most important rooms in the house, the library. Its floor-to-ceiling bookcases house Mr. DeGolyer's extensive book collection. The oak pilasters and all the woodwork in general have been well preserved and maintained. My favorite feature is this semicircular box window, which provides a view overlooking White Rock Lake. Much of the furnishings are original, like this Gothic medieval-style chair. The final area of the house I will take you to is the master suite. The suite was decorated in the 1930s interpretation of the Adams style. The drapery, valance, headboards, area rug, and wall paint are all traditional elements that I love. This house is on the National Register of Historic Places and the Texas Register of Historic Places, and it has become a very popular tourist attraction here. Thank you for following along with me. I hope you enjoyed touring this historic gem of Dallas.